Hello there, everyone, and today we will be reviewing another high grade 1/144 scale RX-178 Mark II. Now, this is from I forgot what show it is, and I bought this a Hyper Lobby for I think 27, but butter half pricing, so I technically bought it for 14, if I remember that properly. I'm beyond, I don't remember. I bought it a while back ago, and I haven't had time to review things. I've been too busy working, and my upload schedule is kind of messy right now due to everything I have right now. So yeah, I'm sorry. And I will say I did pale line it too. So go somebody saw me, and if I get something wrong about some context about the model kit, about what it does, I don't know. Okay, people. I just do the kits. I don't know much about the show. Trust me. I'm just a normal person. Okay. I don't have time to watch a long show. Doesn't get to this one specific show. Sorry guys. That's a lot of time. So yeah, let's get into the kits. And let's see how it looks. Now here's the RX-178 with the gear on. I'll talk about that in a second, but I will say if you take off the shield, which can break apart, and it is on a thing like this where it's not really on the arm, kind of like other kits where they just attach onto the arms and on the. Okay, I'll use a good example. This one right here. So with the Affinity Johnson's Gundam, it's stuck right here in the wrist. This one doesn't have that. It just has a little hole in the back of the arm. Frick. A lot of them will do that, which makes sense for what it is. So you have those. So I will say it does look pretty good, and I did align it somewhat like the arms, the little beady areas, the feet, and I did align the feet. I did try my best. So there's not much I really could do on the chest, head, or back. I looked everywhere. And I will say I did have to paint these parts clearly due to me making my panel look a little heinous. Sorry, I made it look bad, but on purpose. I'm still trying to do more than one thing at once. Okay. And I did line the weapons, and we'll talk about the weapons in a second. But I will say, with the pen lining slightly done, I think it looks a little more better, but I could do more better. And this little gear thing, sorry if I don't know what it is with context, I will say it was not, it didn't have a green light, it didn't have the little red square or the white square. The thing is, those you had to do yourself. They didn't give any stickers either, so that's on you to do it. Now, that's the little headgear attachment. Then you get the shield, which I did say it can break apart. For context, I don't know why it breaks apart, but it's kind of cool. I will say the shield does look a little too thin for my standard of liking. I will say that part, because why are you protecting? Like for real, there's not much to protect if you have a thin shield like this. That's quite a problem, to be honest here. But these part I did have to paint myself, but I have a marker, so help me out. Not much back here for detail. I will say it's kind of plain and basic, but it is a high grade. But there's a lot of lines right here. I got pale line, and I probably will. The beam rifle, which is the classic center weapon. I did pale line the weapon fully. Keyboard most because I do miss a few spots. But I will say it looks pretty good for what it is, and I did color in the light. I like to color my lighting, okay? The rocket. I will say, out of the packaging, it's not like this. It is gray. Now I had to grab a marker myself and pen line it myself. Like the little lines back here, the holder thing. I so forgot that side. Sorry, that was me. And yes, it looks not the best. And yeah, I tried. Then you have standard beams. So then you have standard beams. They're okay, but basic enough. You have this little thing right here. I think it's meant to plug in, if I remember. Yeah, but at the same time, just by stand, it's the right enough shape to put it in. I'm putting a beam of blue Gundam, but what am I doing? And you did get a ball joint. However, with the head, it does come off easily. I find that kind of annoying. The joint it's on is one of these, where it's a hinge. That wouldn't work in this scenario, which is kind of weird why they would put on the hinge, but they give you that, which I don't know either. But it just snaps back in, and pray to Primus did not fall off. But let's get to the articulation of the figure. I will say the articulation is at most okay, but standard for a high grade. Now, 360 because it's a ball joint like usual, but the thing is, you do have a little thing right here that does stop it somewhat. And also that falls apart too. The thing is, that right there is one of the shoulder pieces, if I'm correct. I don't think you really need it, but I think it looks a lot more better with it on. But it does limit the articulation somewhat for the kits, which is quite a problem in case you like your Gundam are very articulated. And the headlight falls off, but that's like any high grade or any Gundam. If you've been dealing with them for quite a while, you will understand that. Yeah. And we'll hit the backpack. Looks good. I will say that part. And the beam towards back here, I forgot to point out. These are the holding stations they go into. They're just hard to get out. But they do stay in place. And I did panel line them somewhat, but not fully. But I like bare minimum. And these do have a range of articulation. And you can't put them more like that, but I think it looks unnatural. I would say it looks pretty good, but I think it looks better if you painted it or work on it more. But yet again, it's hard to find time for anything else to do. It does your standard double joint at the arm. Leg can go up this far, which is standard kick 'em, which you can tell because there's not much kickback because of course the back screw don't move. However, you do have a place for the rockets. Good weapon storage, a little wonky. There's weapon storage for nothing. For almost everything, but nothing. This thing, the beam rifle, doesn't even have place. I have had it for so long. There's nowhere you can put this beam rifle, which is bizarre because sometimes you can put a beam rifle on the butt, like the RX can, or on the back, and also the side piece like to fall off. Yeah, the skirt pieces. I will talk about that right quick. These things do go up to get out of the way in case you want to do a kicking them, but they do want to come out. And especially when I had this off, they do have a good range, but yet again enough for the up, which is fine enough for a figure. The feet is on a ball joint, and the shin guard is on the inside of this. Not much full articulation, which is fine enough, I guess. The knee is double jointed like usual. Not much detail, I'm gonna be honest. You think with that, a little more detail. Now with the chest articulation, we have this ball joint. Yeah, so we have our articulation, which is okay and best, but it's okay. Now let's do some size comparisons to other Gundams and whatever else. Here is the Leo, which is another high grade, and I refuse. Go watch that one. Which I would say looks pretty good next to it. Here's the Evident Justice Gundam. Which, yeah, here's Blur from the IDW comics, if I remember that correctly, with some context. Which he is I think Forger class, if I'm correct. And I'm proud who is a Forger class. Yeah, so I like it's a little wonky today, but hey, I'm trying to get there as best as you can. So can you. I will say when you play with the I don't know if when you play with Gundams, which I don't need Poundline these kits too. I will do that probably later today at the recording. But I will say without the such you have for this and everything else, I think it's good for what you're paying for. And I'm not going to price, but let's get to my final thoughts on the kit and see if you would buy or not. Hello there, everyone. Now today we're going to be reviewing the Core Class Dinobot Sludge. I bought them at, I think, my Walmart or Target. I think it was Walmart. And I have all 6 Core Class Dinobots yet to make Volcanicus. Which I do have all of them. They'll be coming out within the 2-3 months. Or like, sorry. I'm working on 3 and getting 3 out next time. Sorry, I'm getting my schedule all willy-nilly right now due to me being a little screwy for my own schedule. Sorry about that. I bought this, like I said, I bought one for $12, and I'll be honest, he's okay. He is not the best. The best one's Grimlock. I'll be honest with you, Grimlock's the best one out of all of them, but hey, you can see what you get. And I will probably compare him to the Dinobot version. I'm not going to transform it. I'm going to do the Dino mode. I am not transforming it, trust me. I have enough on my plate. And this one does transform into, I think, the chest. Yeah, the chest. Now, that's going to be exciting. If you're excited for that, pretty good you are. Now let's take a closer look at the Dinobot. Yeah.